All right, we're in there. Hey, everybody, we live. Just have
Podcast.
to see us.
Think yeah.
Just have to see us pop up on Facebook. Hey, hey. Hey, everybody. It's 7 o'clock. I'm looking for us on Facebook. Okay. Well, we're gonna get started. Okay. Well, we're gonna get started. Turn your phone down, Renee.
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna. Yeah, I haven't seen us pop up yet. If someone's out there, oh yeah, we up here. Okay, you guys, we are here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Conscious Awakening. And I'm going to let the MC take over, and I'm going to sit back and relax.
Sit back and relax.
Yeah.
And let the singing MC take control. All right, good evening, everyone. It's me, Renee, the singing MC. At this time, we are going to review our final outcome video. It's a collaboration of everything Conscious Awakening has created in the year 2022. So let's check it out.
Okay, here we go.
Playing out the music.
All righty.
Okay, so that was it.
Yes, that's it.
All right, it has come along. It was
Yeah.
kind of skippy though, in and out with the music.
Oh, okay.
So at this time, we will go back to our normal agenda with us taking out a little time to take a break and take a moment to relax and center ourselves on a breathing exercise led by Kimberly.
Good evening, everybody. I want you to take a moment and I want you to just relax, close your eyes. Now, you know, if you're driving, you can't be closing your eyes, but just go within and listen. And I want you to tune into your breath. And remember, this is all about reflections. So we're going to reflect on our breath, how we are breathing. So take a deep breath in and release it. And just relax and reflect. Your breath allows you to center yourself, it allows you to relax every part of your body, your heart, your mind, all of your cells. So now we're going to take another deep breath in. Breathe in deeply and release. And tonight is going to be all about reflections. And the first part of reflections is your breath, is your interconnection with self. We're going to take the last deepest breath of tonight, of this evening, and then we're going to get started. Take a deep, deep breath. Hold it and release. I'm not sure if you guys had an opportunity to hear me release. We must learn how to breathe. The breath is a connection to the divine. If we stop breathing, there's no life. So let's go forward with this evening, all about reflections.
All right. All right. All right. Thanks, Kim.
You're welcome, Renee.
Sometimes them breathing exercises can get you kind of dizzy.
Well,
You know, you ain't used to it, but it's okay.
yeah, when
I'm
you're not
learning,
used to it. Yeah, and that's what we have to learn to connect, because we're not connected to our breath. And when you're connected to your breath, I promise you, if you practice it every day, you won't feel dizzy. It'll just relax every part of your body. I promise you. We have to practice. And I learned about breathing in my yoga classes, and I learned that it really calms me down when I'm hyper, when I feel like I'm about to make a decision I shouldn't make. It's like, girl, calm down and just breathe. So it most definitely really helps you out. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I also heard that it was an opportunity for all your organs to sit in the right sacks. You know what I mean? They right where they supposed to be. It comes with posture too. But all
Yeah.
right, so let's have some fun. Let's have some
Okay.
fun. It's reflecting shoe. We gonna reflect way back. We got some reflecting to do. So anyway, when you asked me to do a little piece on reflection, I was like, okay,
Well,
do
first of
I
all,
just
I want to introduce you. I
oh
would like
is that
to
what
introduce you. Yes, I want to introduce you. So, first of all, I
because
asked Renee to do a piece on reflection, because Renee had decided she wanted to support Judy and I. And that's how we came up with these wonderful t-shirts. I want to show my t-shirt. You
oh
have to
yeah,
decide. And Sharice,
you
she's
decide.
on here. She got a oh, let me go to my comment. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, and Sharice, she wanted one. So if you guys want a t-shirt, just let us know. You decide. So, Renee decided she wanted to really help us. And we was like, okay, let's cool. Let's get an MC so we don't have to, do everything. We can kind of lay back, Judy and I. And first of all, Judy won't be here tonight, ladies. It's just gonna be me and Renee. Judy has some things to do, so she won't be here tonight. Forgot about that. So I want to introduce Renee because I asked her, would she do a reflection for this evening? So I want her to give a brief experience about her reflection and becoming a part of supporting conscious awakening. So for further no ado, welcome Renee Poindexter.
Yay! Okay. So then when you asked me to do that reflection with us, it goes so far back. And then as I was thinking about it, I'm like, there was a little seed called conscious awakening that was planted like in 2014, 2016. I mean, it's just been going on for a long time. So
Okay.
from me to you, I would like to show you the actual proof that you have been my life coach for years. So when you asked me to reflect, I had to start from our beginning, just a little summary. These were my thoughts. Kim, you and I, we go way back into our teenage years. before we knew about karma and cause and effect and the outcome of our thoughts and actions. We were living based on fears, anger, and emotions. And he say, she say stuff. We were partners in crime. We did hair together. You are the G mom, my kids. I introduced you to my spiritual organization. We cried together to understand why things was happening to us. We was crime victim all the time. We were both guilty of it. We were both guilty of it, but you could tell me about me in a heartbeat because you could always see me. And then we got down to we got grown and had relationships and went our separate ways for a while. We always had that connection and faith and kept us in touch with each other. Then after some unfortunate situations in Chicago, my guy was murdered. I decided to move me and my son off the streets of Chicago. And there you are again. Kim had an apartment in Scottsdale, which was our stepping stone. We stayed for a couple of days until you and I fell out and I had to go. I was pissed off at you for a while, but I began to find my way. And from time to time, we tried talking it out over 2 or 3 year period and a couple of visits to Arizona from you and many late night conversations and encouragement. You began to encourage me to turn that TV off and listen to spirit. I remember I tell you, what is that? What is listening to spirit? I like loud. So you would always say to me, I think you were into Arizona to take care. Oh, you kept saying, I think you in Arizona to take care of your health. Then I almost died from COVID. That's when I realized and began to understand what loving myself was all about. I began to live quietly without a TV sometimes and the drama of Jerry Springer noise. It wasn't until this Arizona journey that I realized how much and how long I had been self-sabotaging my life. Sabotaging my life by self-medication, procrastination, comfort eating, cocktails. You know, gotta have a cocktail. Undecisiveness. I just recently implemented into my daily life what loving myself really takes. And it starts with me believing in myself. And you used to always say, girl, just believe in yourself. You know how you just would always tell me quickly things. So I believe the seed was planted years ago. You would always tell me that I always felt like you would always tell me stuff. And I always felt like she thinks she know everything. On my nerves. She know everything. However, once I started checking in and listening in and supporting conscious awakening in the dialogue moments that, we had with you and Judy, I have taken away some tools that I have implemented into my life. And I'm learning how to use the power of my mind to help me create an amazing life. I have begun to see and feel a change in my life, and that it's because I've changed my mindset. I always hear Judy talk about mindset. And now for me, my goal seems easier to obtain. I have come to realize that your mind shapes your world and everything begins and ends with me. I can't blame anything on anyone. I have learned that good and bad situations get the blessing and the lesson because those are our learning experiences in life. So, as I sit here every time we hook up, I try to find something that I can take with me to help me create the change that I need for my life. Because in these situations, when we're talking, I'm learning some things, and if I go and implement it in my life, I want to see the actual proof of it. But I can say that with this situation, a part of, checking you and Judy out, I have decided that in my journey, and I self-reflect on being a teacher and doing the things that I've been doing, that, I think I might want to do something with some children in this aspect. I've always wanted to do something with kids as far as prevention, but not as far as them changing their mindsets. Because I think if we would have known how to change our mindset and how to have confidence and, things like that when we were younger, all them tears we cried, we wouldn't have had to cry them, because we would have known, oh, this is just that moment that we're supposed to learn something from this situation. So, with that said, I have learned some things sitting here, and learned some things as I check in, before I started, hanging out with y'all and collaborating with y'all. So, and reflecting, this year has made some things, and into next year, I've already set my goals, and I'm ready. I'm ready to win, fight, struggle now, want to win.
I heard that. I mean,
Thank you, my friend, for always, thinking you know everything, which,
and that's funny that you say that, Renee, because I always felt that, that with certain people, and especially with you, she think I know everything. And it wasn't that I felt that I knew everything. It was a gift that I have. And even though sometimes it's hard for me to use my own gift, but it's what I see and it's what I feel. This is my gift. And now I have embraced my gift and I realized many years that it was a gift. It wasn't that I knew everything. It's a gift I see, and when you began to see, that's what happened. And when you open up to see even more, and once I went to metaphysical science school, and then I went to Southwest Healing Arts School, my life began to change, and I began to connect more to myself and to spirit. And this is my gift, and I'm ready to move forward with my gift, because it's very important that we get to know self. That is the first knowledge in life. And you made a statement about saying that if we knew these things. Well, we didn't come from that kind of generation, because our parents was really just surviving. And a lot of our generation, our ethnic group, they do spend a lot of time on just surviving. We wasn't taught how to thrive. We was not taught how to take the time out to learn about self. And that's the first knowledge, is learning about self, so that we can navigate, because there are going to be problems. There are going to be issues. It's part of life, but when we know about self, we're able to, that's not fair. This phone ringing. Look, this phone never rings, but
especially we've been turning phones off before we start.
Right, it never rings, but it want to ring now. But anyway, that's.
You might have to take it off the hook.
Yeah, I'm just gonna end it. And so basically, just really happy that you came along and became a part of the journey with us, and wanted to be supportive, because it is a lot that I've always saw your gift. I always saw how you treated yourself. I saw that. That was just something that I saw, not that I looked down on it. It's just I saw it. I'm like, well, if she just change her mindset and think this way, it'll be different from her, and that was just something that I always saw, so yeah, I thought I thought I knew everything. I felt that from quite a few people, not just from you, but it's just a gift, and we have to understand what our gifts are so that we can move forward. I just wanted to say hi to a few people: Cherise and Tracy and Dominique and Raymond. Welcome, guys. Please share the video. But we're going to move forward, because we're going to get dirty. Not dirty. We're going to have an intoxicating conversation about reflections, And Renee, thank you for giving your experience.
No problem.
So much for
Um,
giving your experience. Yep. I really appreciate that. I appreciate your experience. Thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So, we have to move forward, and I'm gonna let the MC take over. I'm gonna relax back and let the MC take on, and then we're gonna keep moving. If you guys have any questions, please
Put them in the chat.
put it in the chat. Let's talk. Let's talk about reflections. What were your reflections for 2022?
Right. And hit that subscribe button and that thumbs up key.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out there for you guys, but you guys have to remember that we're moving out of 2022. And we have to remember what 2022 was. 22 was all about love, your self-worth, setting foundations, and letting go of relationships that did no longer serve you. So that's what 2022 was about. So that's why we're doing reflections, because now in 2 weeks, we are moving to 2023. And it's a numerology number 7.
Yeah.
And that is about the year of growth, wisdom, and working on your inner self. And that's really ironic, Renee, that this is happening because of the simple fact that that's what conscious awakening is all about.
Yeah. The number 7.
It's all about working on doing your inner work. That's what conscious awakening is about, doing your inner work, working on yourself. Remember, as we went through the year talking about self-inflicting thoughts. Judy talked about self-inflicting thoughts. She talked about scarcity. We feeling like we're lacking something. What are we lacking? We always feel like we lacking in money. We lacking in clothes. We just lacking. What is that all about? So we talked about limited mindset. We went through a lot of steps this year, giving you guys some great nuggets about your own personal life and telling you guys about the journey that Judy and I is on, for our coaching business. And I will be launching my coaching business, my one-on-one coaching business in April. So I'm going to blossom. Right now, I'm in the planning stage in the winter, and I will be blossoming, most definitely in April. So, I really want you guys to talk about the reflections, and I wish somebody would come on here and really tell me what you think. What was your reflections for this year? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn spiritually about yourself? Renee is going to tell you about the 3 questions that we have for today. I'm going to let her talk about those.
Yes. Our 3 questions for dialogue today. The first one is, what was your spiritual reflection for the year?
So I don't know. My spiritual reflection for the year was most definitely the 4 C's. And that was really being committed, being consistent, working on my confidence, and working on my courage. And that was mine, most definitely. And my spiritual reflections also was just really connecting deeper to myself. I really truly enjoy taking out moments in time and spending time with self. I think it's so wonderful. It's such a wonderful experience when you take out time to get to know yourself, because then you can better navigate. You can better make decisions. Of course, you're going to have some stuff going on. You guys know I have a potty mouth. You're going to have some shit going on. But when it happens, you're able to go in and you're able to take a moment and take a breath. And you take a breath, and then you ask a question. And you allow your question to be answered. Most people talk about, oh, people crazy because they talk to themselves or they ask questions. That's not crazy, people. We are here to develop a relationship with ourselves so that we can have better relationships with others. Most of the times we jumping into relationships with others and we don't even know ourselves first. And we wondering why things are not working. Or we wondering why, why we blaming somebody else, or why we playing victim all the time. Or why we having these conflicting thoughts, as we talked about. Because we always having these conflicting thoughts, or blaming someone else for our lack of love, for our lack of not having the things that we need, or for our lack of not being who we want to be. We always looking for someone to take us to that next level. We have to take ourselves to that next level. We have to truly believe in ourselves. And if you wasn't taught that, that's a whole nother experience. If you want to talk. So I want to know, what was your spiritual reflections for the year? That was my spiritual reflections, was to really work on myself and to release things that no longer are serving me. And these last 4 weeks was very challenging because things began to happen. People began to leave, and people that you care about, you don't want to go. You're like, oh, I don't want you to go. But sometimes people have to leave. And we have to understand why. But we can't go around reflecting our anger, or go around reflecting our victim behavior, or feeling scarcity, with people. We can't do that. Why? Because it don't work. It just don't work, and you don't grow and you don't develop. So for next year, Conscious Awakening has a program, a spirit, not a spirit program session that is coming out. And it's all about working on your inner self. It's just mind blowing that. And I know I'm going on and on because it blows my mind that we're going into a year 7 of spirit. And 7 is all about spirituality. And we're going into a 7-year, and it's all about inner work, doing your inner work, getting to know yourself, all about your intuitions. And that is what my program is all about. That is what my coaching session, my one-on-one coaching session is all about. It's going to teach you how to go within. You're going to learn how to develop a relationship with self. Yes, it's going to be wonderful. It's a great journey. We're going to go on the journey together, and it's going to be a hell of an experience. I love that program, and I created it, and in the process of putting all the pieces together. So, Renee, what was your spiritual reflection?
Well, as I sit here and listen to you and try to piggyback on what you're saying, and I realize with the loving yourself aspect of life, when you're doing that for yourself, you don't really have time to get into no kind of negativity with anyone, because you're so self-involved, and it takes so much of your positive energy to help you create that change, because you definitely got to change. And it definitely starts with your mind. You got to change some things, the way you're thinking and the way you see things. But it has to be some form of change in order to move forward. But as you move forward and you make those changes, like what I'm seeing in my own life, other people see it so clear. They're like, girl, what you doing? You smiling more now. You doing some things that I ain't been seeing you do in a while, or I've never seen you do in a while. What's different? You'll have people coming up to you asking you, so what's up with you now? And we need to help each other learn how to love ourselves, because I always hear RuPaul said, if you don't love yourself, how the hell somebody else gonna love you?
For real, that's real talk, yeah. And that's interesting that you say that, because I remember years ago when I ran into you, and I was looking for my first apartment. This is a reflection, you guys, giving a quick little experience. And I was looking for my first apartment, and you were coming down the street with your you just come because you used to work at the
Airport.
out there O'Hara, at the airport, at the parking, and you was come down the street, but your energy was just radiating across the damn street. And I was like, I had just went and saw that apartment, my little studio on 70th and Murrow. It was the build, they had redid the building and everything. And I was living at my girlfriend's house at that moment in her 1-bedroom. We had a 1-bedroom apartment. We shared, she had 2 bunk beds. Me and her daughter slept at the top. I slept at the bottom. And we had a twin bed on the other side of the wall. And she slept on that bed. But on the weekends, her and I would do hair in the damn kitchen. And it was a very small 1-bedroom, but we did it and we made it through. We would take our clothes and wash together. We didn't have a car. And I happened to see you that day. And I was just like, whatever you doing, just take me, because I'm ready. And you was still, I said, you still doing that? You still practicing? And you was like, yeah, I'm practicing. I was like, well, girl, take me to a meeting, because I'm ready to change my life, And from that moment on, my life began. I got the apartment, I moved in, and my studio, and then I moved up to a 1-bedroom, and my life just took on. I mean, I stopped working at the bank. I became a full-time hairstylist, because of that experience. So Renee, you have a great point when you're saying that we do have to reach out and help others. It's nothing wrong with helping others, and even though people say the world is crazy, and so many things are going on, but trust me, there is a shift that is going on. People are growing and developing. Just get with your tribe, find your tribe and get with your tribe. And look out for Conscious Awakening, because I am coming out. I'm stepping out, and I'm stepping out big and loud. So the program is going to be fabulous. Yes, there will be a cost with it, of course, but it's going to be fabulous. So if you're looking for a life coach, a spiritual life coach, or if you're looking for a transformational coach, Judy is a transformational coach, and I'm a spiritual coach. And we're both are putting our programs together. Well, not together, but we're both working on our programs separately, and she would have her program coming out next year. And most definitely my coaching program is coming out next year. We're looking really forward. We've been working really hard. And this has been a great year, for me. I won't say that it hasn't. I would just say the last 4 weeks has been the most challenging. I've had challenging moments throughout the year, but the last 4 weeks has been the most challenging. It has. And no matter what, I'm determined to never give up. And you can't never give up. You got to stand up. You got to believe in who you are.
Because the more you do that, you develop your inner power. You take your power back. You know what I mean? It's like you've been worried about everything, and then you're like, forget that. I could do this. I got enough power in me to make some happen. And sometimes I might fall off where I might need my coach to say, girl, come on, clap it up. Come on. Get back in. Get back in the game. But yeah, it's definitely not allowing anyone to steal your joy or your power. Because
Right.
I've had people say some stuff to me and throw me all the way off, and I get lose my confidence, or people can intimidate you. I'm not there anymore, but I used to know that I was there. I'd shut down, wouldn't talk no more. She didn't shut me up. But now I'm like, and
Right. I mean, and we do have to learn what our power is. We have to also. I gave up my power, and I've been working on it since 2016, working on getting my power back, and it feels so much better now. And I understood, and I really gave up my financial power. That's what I really gave up. When I was in that long-term relationship, I became dependent, on someone, and that's scary. And one thing you have to learn when you're in relationships, and this is not to judge the relationship or put it down, we have to take care of our finance because anything can happen. And you want to be able to still move. You want to be able to still make decisions. And I remember when I went to talk to someone, they stated, well, you're going through this because you gave up your power. And I was like, well, why the hell I gotta go through this? Why they was like, baby, we ain't here to talk about this. I was like, okay. And they was just like, this is about you. You gave up your power. And I was like, wow. So why I'm saying this is that you guys have to remember every experience, there is a reason for it. There is a lesson behind it. So if you can open up your mind, open up your heart, open up open up your ears so you can hear and realize there's a lesson. It don't have to take you out, but there is a lesson. Hey, Angel. Hey, Alana. Alana said, I learned this year that respect is the bare minimum. I am loyal and a loving person. I used to be afraid of losing folks. Oh, she got a whole thing here. Come on, baby. Come on. Wait a minute, girl. Let me get it out. I used to be afraid of losing folks. Then one day I decided to see what would happen when I don't care, when I don't carry us. When I saw that people assess what we were and that continue to mismanage us. And my respect was on the chopping block. Yes, I was okay in letting go. It was painful to lose them. It was costing me more to lose me. This year, I chose me. I lost my pillar. That's the most painful thing in the world, to lose a mom and grandmother who instrumental in your upbringing, back to back. My heart is broken. I believe everyone else that has left with them. I believe everyone else that has left with them does feel isolated now. But what I've gained is the discernment of who occupies my space. The rebuilding would be strong, solid, and fruitful. I can't wait to see the flowers. 2022, 2023 is the harvest. Yes. So, baby, I most definitely want to send my prayers out to you for losing your mom and your grandmother. I knew your granny. We practiced Buddhism together. You was one of them youth divisions, and now you're a full-grown woman. And I just want to say, congratulations and welcome. Welcome to your new journey.
Yeah.
And Renee can really vouch for losing her mother. She can give you her experience. And I constantly would talk to her and say, Renee, it's going to be okay. Your mother wants you to continue on. And I knew, and I'm just going to be honest, I knew that you left her that energy. I said, you gave her, because they were both sick kind of at the same time. And Renee was going through COVID, and and her mother was going through her thing. And it's like when you left, there was this bright of energy over Renee, even though she was suffering. But it was like her mom gave her the rest of the energy that she had to live on. And I saw that. I was like, it's going to be okay. And I said to myself, she's going to be okay. She just got to go through. And that's what we have to remember. Hey, Angel, we just have to go through. Cherie said, my spiritual reflection embrace endings and beginnings. We need to release and let go in order to receive the new and improved version of ourselves. There you go. There you go. Yes. And we are truly working on a new and improved of ourselves. If you guys saw the video, we have to work on ourselves. We can't no longer walk around here and be in the dark about how we really feel about who? Ourselves. And not understand why we're not happy. Everybody is not going to get married. Everybody is not going to be in a relationship. But the most important relationship that I want to talk about tonight is self. Because because guess what? No one is promised. And when we get in relationships, you lose those people. You can lose them through death, because the only thing that happens in life is birth and transition. We all got to leave here. So if
And
you
mission. We all have a mission too.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
if we all come to understand our true mission in life, we're able to move forward and encourage so many people and touch so many people's lives. It's a shift going on. If everybody get on the journey, we can move this thing. Ooh, angels talking now. They excited tonight, Renee. Hey,
Hey, they can reflect. We go way back with Angel too.
yes. So Angel said, I have lost many this year. Also, what things that I have is that made it through even with losing. So okay. Many families and friends, I am strong because I am able to go forward. First, we have to love self. You are so correct, Angel. We have to love self.
But you
We
know what?
have
As
to
long as we love and self, we don't even have time to play with people outside of that. You know what I mean? To get caught up in negativity because it's like hey, I'm doing, you got to do you when it's negative,
and
because your mindset is like, you could feel that energy coming. And one thing I'm learning how is read a room. You can
baby,
feel like, oh, these people up in here, they mean, they angry.
yes. And baby, that's
You can
something
feel
that I do and wherever I go. That's something I do wherever I go, even when I'm going to a yoga class, even when it's like I want to feel the energy of the room. It's important to me to know if I should be there. That's why I work on having a great energy when you enter into my space when you get your hair done. And that's another thing of, even talking to hairstylists and understanding, and that's a whole nother piece that's coming in 2024 is about coaching, with hairstylists. You have to I don't know who that is, but you have to most definitely understand the energy and the space that you're in. You have to understand, because then you can better navigate in that space, and you're able to discern what's going on and say, okay, I need to move this way. Just like I was able to discern that the guy was going to carjack me. I felt it. I was like, and it's like it just went through my whole body. The guy was going to carjack me. And I was like, whoa, when I got away, I was like, Spirit, thank you. It was just not my time. Thank you so much. I was so appreciative. I couldn't hardly sleep that night, but I was just so appreciative to know that it didn't happen, you know. So you do have to, Renee, you got to be able to read a room. And I most definitely read rooms, baby.
And not only that, when I was in that job situation and it was just too good to be true. It was working from home. It was big money at the end. And everybody kept saying, where is it, girl? What is that? And I kept saying, well, let me get my check first before I tell y'all. But I just wasn't even, my intuition was kind of telling me, girl, this might not be all that you think it is. But I was like, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it. And true enough, on payday, the whole company went ghost.
And I remember I was like, Renee, what is it? And he was like,
I couldn't find it.
Girl, I don't even think this is right. So but that's so damn mystic that we don't trust ourselves to say, I ain't messing around.
Mm-hmm.
We just
That's
don't.
what I should have done, because my mind was telling me that. It was like, girl, are you sure? Because like Amazon, what you was telling me you was doing at some point was the same thing, but you was getting paid right after you did it. They wanted me to wait a whole 30 days.
Yeah.
Enough. It was a fraud. They just used me.
Well, no, they didn't use
I got the lesson.
Because it was your opportunity to learn something, to trust
about me.
Yeah. And that's what we have to understand when we get into things, and when we have experience, we have to go in and ask the question. And most of the time we run around, we develop these scarcity thoughts, we have these conflicting thoughts, instead of trusting what our first mind said.
Yeah.
My first mind told me at that stoplight, I felt something when the dude crossed my car because I watched him till he got away from my car. But as I turned around, I see him running back with his hand in his pocket. And the light changed just like that. And I moved out. And I didn't move out frantically. I just left. And it was funny. It was just not funny, but it was just mystic how I moved. I didn't move frantically. And then I watched him in my rearview mirror run on across the street. And I was like, because I know he had a group behind him. It probably was his first time, and they like, man, you got to do this, And I really don't want to get, Angel said, the energy in any environment that you enter should be elevated. We have to believe our intuition and our spirit. Yes, we do, Angel. We must believe. We must trust our intuition. And that again, that's what conscious awakening is all about, is helping you develop your intuition on even a deeper level. It's helping you even connect to your chakras, your energy center. Putting in alignment, seeing where your energy centers are blocked. You get to see where you are blocked at. You get to see what's holding you back. You get to learn so many things about yourself through the spirit session, one-on-one coaching. You learn so much.
That change too. You got to change that mindset and open up.
And that's yes. And you got to be willing and ready. When you come into that, you got to be willing and ready. I know when I decided to go to school to get into this world, I was in, all of this wasn't going on. We didn't have coaches everywhere, and coaches was going on, but not this heavy. It's just flying off the hook now.
Right, it is.
It's flying off the hook. And I didn't succeed at the time because I got caught up in, I allowed my life experience to take me off, and then I allowed my fear.
But this world now needs it, from all the murders, all the COVID, losing our people. Life has opened up to just being about dialogue and knowing self. So, it's so many things that, people need to know that, before it was a lot of secrets. People don't solve, people don't say this, they don't say that. Now people exposing each other. Tell everything they know.
Yeah. Well, we better move on to the second question because it is 7:47, and I gotta lay it down because I'm not feeling that well. But
what is your ending action for the year?
Okay, guys. So what is your ending action for the year? And I'm going to talk about my ending action. My ending action for the year is to continue on developing conscious awakening and to continue on developing my commitment, my consistency, my courage, and my confidence in what? In me. I'm going to continue on with that. I'm going to continue on working on my health. Continue on. I love juicing. You guys know I love juicing. And I didn't really like to juice in the winter time because I wanted something warm. And I'm gonna tell you how spirit hears you all the time. I'm like, oh, I need to get back to my juicing because it makes me feel so good. And in my email, I have a Nama juicer. And in my email, I put out a video earlier today. And in my email, here I go. Winter juice to keep you warm. And then I found a detox soup. So I made my first healing juice this morning. And it was celery. It was fennel. It was lime, spinach, and pear. It was really, really good. It was very delicious. So, and then they have a winter where you put some spices in there. You put some cinnamon. So I'm going to make that, and I'm going to live off that. Hey, Dee Dee, I'm going to live off that for a while, Well, Dee Dee's on here, and I know I'm jumping off the hook, but I didn't already hook my folks in for 2024. My coaches, my Conscious Awakening hair coaches, They're going to be coming out. We're going to be working on that part of that business at the end of next year. So I've already, and Dee Dee is one of them. She's going to be talking about, and we're going to do next year. We're going to be doing some shows, and she's going to be on, and that's probably the half of the year. We'll bring that on. Hey, beautiful. And we're going to be talking about healthy hair. She's going to be the coach for healthy hair, and I will be the coach for natural hair. And I have a coach for color, and I have a coach for short hair. So most definitely getting them coaches ready, because we're going to have online courses for hairstylists, but that's later on. But I'm so excited. My girl is here tonight, and y'all will see her next year. She's gonna come on, and she's pretty live, y'all.
Hey, Dee Dee, long time. long time. But yeah, she did it stuff too.
Oh yeah, she's very, Dee Dee is dynamic. She knows her stuff. She knows her stuff. She speaks very well. She's really truly into hair care. She's deeper than me into hair care. I'm not gonna lie. I'm into hair care, but she knows her stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Just always had a structure from a long time ago. She knew she had a structure laid out.
She's a structured type of girl. Yes. She's a family woman. So she I can't wait. She said she can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited too, baby. I'm getting this foundation together, and I'm making my plans, and we're going to continue to move forward with the plan. So my ending action is, like I said, so what are you guys' ending action? What is your ending action for the year? Because remember, we're moving out of 2022. It's about to be over in 2 weeks. So what are your ending actions? If you want to share, please share what your ending actions are going to be.
Hey, Kim. Hey, Damo. Damo on here, Kim.
I said hi to her, Dominique. Yeah, Dominique. Yeah, I call her Dominique, Lord.
Damo.
Yeah, that was one of my little youth division. She's a grown woman now. It's really amazing to see my youth division. They're all grown women in women's division. Christy is getting married, and Christy Scott, she's getting married now. I'm so happy for all of them moving forward. Yes, happy to see them moving forward. They're really moving forward. They touch my life. They help me to grow. Hey, Mr. Davis, if you're still on, how are you? Hey, Mr. Davis.
Mr. Davis.
Well, I went to high school with him. Yeah, I went to high school with him. Yep, he's on here. Oh yeah. So this is so you guys, this is all about reflection. So I don't know what your ending action is, Renee. What's your ending action for the year?
My ending action is to stay on this high that I'm on, girl. I've been on this high, and it ain't cost me nothing.
What you say? It didn't cost you a dime, huh?
It ain't cost me nothing. All of the drinks I used to have to get here, I don't need them no more.
Exactly. Angel said, for me, I'm focusing on moving forward in several areas in my life and focusing on peace in my mind, body, and spirit. Great, Renee. Dee Dee said, I love hair care, consciously awakening on the hair. Yes, you are, baby. And I can't wait to get your butt on here. We're going to have some dialogue and most definitely put that whole program together. Yes. And this is really interesting, that this is happening, because I wanted us to come back, as hairstylists in the salon, but we've all moved on and did different things, and it's like we're about to come back together again, the team that I built once before, and that was me, Dee Dee, and Kwanzaa, and Gail was the assistant, and now we coming back together again, because I talked to Kwanzaa. I went and hit her up at my mother's birthday. I'm like, okay, girl, get it together, because I'm coming for you.
Well, I told you these seeds was planted in years ago.
You did say that.
And they just coming through.
Yeah. And then the young lady that I raised, Jessica, she's a hairstylist and she's a makeup artist. She's going to do the color for me. She's a great colorist. She's good. Yeah. So, so I'm excited. It's like we're going to build a whole new team, and we're going to do it online. And we'll take some spiritual trips. And it's so funny because, you think about, you spend so much time alone. I've been spending a lot of time alone. At first, I was like feeling like, dang, I got to get out, and meet people, and, I got to do some things. But when you're working on something, so great and so dynamic, you have to have that time alone. It's not like you fell off. Sometimes I'm like, did I fall off the face of the earth? Nobody's not going to know me anymore. But I'm truly working on building. Ooh, Angel said an amazing. Love the team. Yes, it is Angel Cakes. That's my cakes over there. And I also wanted to get a shout out to my family. I meant to share them on my page, their reflection, my family reflection. I just want to do a family reflection. My family, we had an amazing birthday for my mother. And then my family got together and put on a Christmas um, gift giveaway for the kids. My niece rented out. My niece is a manager of the theater. So she had a theater room that she had for the kids to show them the Christmas movies. And then everybody pitched in and gave money for the toys. I sent money. I couldn't be there. My mother dressed up as Mrs. Claus. My brother-in-law was Santa Claus. And my sister friend, he was the elf. And my sister was an F. I mean, they did it. And I must share the pictures. I'm going to share the pictures with you guys. But they did the damn thing. It was really wonderful. It was really, really wonderful. And I just want to give a shout out to them. And now we're going to have this girls' Christmas Eve party. And I can't come there, but I did get my pajamas and I'm going to send my gift in. And that's going to be on, we having a Christmas brunch, and it's going to be at my sister's Tracy's house, So those are some of the reflections of my life and what has gone on. And another thing that I want to share is that I learned this year how to tell my story, and not from a victim's place.
Yay. It's more exciting when it's not a victim. You want to cry when you're talking about victims. So good.
Yeah, I used to cry about. I remember the last time a friend of mine. I was at her place in Texas, and they were, developing a show, and she asked me to share my story. Excuse me, guys, because I am trying to come down with something, but we are not gonna have it. And when I told the story, I was shaking in my boots. I just cried and I cried and I cried. And I'm truly learning. I have learned this year how to tell my doggone story without feeling like a victim. But I learned, I did it. I told my story on Facebook about, I think a few years ago when, in 2020, and I put it out there. And my mother was really shaking, like, what's this girl about to say now? And when she saw it, she was so touched, like, oh, okay. So, just learn how to tell your story.
Okay.
Renee, yeah. Go ahead, Renee.
Ooh, say something else?
Go ahead, honey. We on our last question. This time is moving out. This is really fun. This ending is really fun.
Well, this whole conversation today, we talked about change and we talked about self-love and leaving this 2022 behind us. Man, I'm so glad we get a chance to see another new beginnings. So I just wanted to say everything must change.
Oh, they don't make me cry.
Nothing stays the same, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life we can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring. A wounded heart will heal, 'cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life we can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky. And my friend just crying over there. So they be crying. But this is new. We moving out of whatever it was. We going into something new. And I'm waiting for it. And you're gonna do well, Kim.
Oh, girl, I'm sorry, y'all. You know I'm a crybaby. I'm sorry.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I said I was a singing MC. I'm sorry. That's another thing that has changed. I used to be scared to do it. So I'm not. So with your little wet eyes, tell us where we going from here.
Well, number 3, how are you moving into 2023? I'm just crying. I'm
And
sorry.
change. You gonna move and change. We gonna change. That's what we gonna do.
Dee Dee said, yes, change is good. Moving forward in life with much love and peace, loving myself and the world, staying in prayer for all. Oh, Renee, my
That's right. Go ahead,
thank
Beauty. Pray.
you.
Pray up. Pray up.
I am in tears. Gosh. Okay.
All
Yeah.
right,
So that's
those are tears of joy, girl.
yes, it is. They're not tears of sadness. Not at all.
No, it's joy. You
It
come a
just
long
blows-
way.
Thank
You
you.
went from no audiences to look at all these people tonight. Okay, and they talking to us. They talking to you. Just your love, your
Yes.
friends. They love you. They support you. Girl, gone.
I want to say thank you to everybody who supported Conscious Awakening this year. Even when I first started out in I think it was 2018, and then I stopped and I came back, but you guys, have not given up. And I just want to thank you all so much. Renee just kills me when she picked these songs, and Change, that is one song that I do love. And I didn't know she was going to sing that. So I'm gonna so I'm like I said, how are you how are you moving in 2023? I'm moving. The way I'm going to move is based on spirit. I'm going to take the rings down, stop trying to be in control, and I'm allow spirit to lead me on my path. I'm going to trust the path. And I'm asking that each and every one of you trust your path. I'm asking that each and every one of you open up your heart, open up your mind, and just follow through. I'm going to move into 2023 showing up. I'm going to show up for Kimberly. Kimberly Davis, Conscious Awakening, is showing up. And I promise you, in the next 5 years, Conscious Awakening will be at a total different level. I'm so excited of all the things that has transpired. I know which direction I'm going in, but I know that I must stop trying to control everything. I must trust. I'm going to put my faith first. I'm going to practice. I'm going to chant my ass off. And I'm going to do my meditation. And I'm going to commit to yoga. And that's how I'm going to be moving in 2023. Change. Yes. How you guys moving in 2023? How you moving, Renee, in 2023?
Girl, I'm going to go ahead on and try to start me a business, girl.
Wait. Let's stop right there. Let's stop. Did you put that word in there?
What word?
Try.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to start me a business. Thank you, Kim. See, I'm learning. I'm still stuck on stupid.
That's okay, but we're not using that word. That word is not
That's a good point.
Vocabulary.
I'm going to start my business next year.
Great.
I don't want to work for nobody else. I'm tired of the people. Yeah.
So we got to build our foundation, but remember the first foundation is what? Self. We have to build a foundation with self. We have to stop having conflicting thoughts and feeling Judy's word scarcity. We have to stop feeling that way. I know when I was in the
Right.
salon on Saturday with Osama, and I was like, oh, yeah, this been a little scary. He said, it ain't scary. I was like, well, thank you, Osama. He was like, yeah, he said, I don't want to pay my rent late no more, but it ain't scary. This is what we're going through. And he's made a profound statement. He said, Renee Didi said, claim it, Renee, and you will receive it. Believe in you.
I got you, Didi. Thank you. I get stuck in the struggle. I still get stuck in the struggle sometimes.
And he said, to be honest, a lot of people like around the other countries are really going through it. The United States is still, even though we're going through it, but he was like, we're not being scared. He said, it's going to be okay. And I was like, thank you, Osama. Thank you. I was like, okay. I said, because I said a little scary. He was like, we're not going to feel that way. So I want to say thank you. I want to thank Judy. Judy has been a great inspiration on this journey. Thank my singing MC.
Listen,
who
Judy,
came along. Yep, we miss you tonight, Judy. We really do. We really miss you tonight on Reflections. This is our last show for tonight. We'll be back January the 9th, big and better. And if you guys have anything you want to talk about, just drop it down.
Angel just said something. She said we have to learn not to operate in fear.
Exactly.
I agree, Angel.
There you go, Angel. There you go. Give us some hearts. Give us some thumbs up, everybody. Share this video. Please like Conscious Awakening. Please subscribe to the YouTube. I dropped all of that information down. Alana said, thank you all. Love this broadcast. Thank you, baby. Thank you for coming on. We're going to continue on this journey. Next year, we're not going to stop. We're going to stay. We're going to go live. And hey, who knows? It may turn into a talk show. But we need to
support. And Kim, tell us what does the acronyms for self mean?
Oh, okay. So you guys know Conscious Awakening, but it's all about self. And the acronym for self is S is for spirituality, E is for evolving within your energy, and L is for love, and F is for fulfillment. So how do you want to be fulfilled? Really work on what fulfills you. How are you loving yourself? Where's your energy level? How are you evolving around your energy? How is your energy evolving? Where's your spirituality? All of these things you're going to learn in Conscious Awakening one-on-one coaching session. I will start off with a workshop, and then most definitely tell you about the one-on-one coaching. So be looking out next year coming out in spring. We're going to blossom. And y'all know that we call it Sancho Shima in Buddhism, but y'all know when you make a commitment, when you decide that you want to change, when you decide that you want to do something great. Hey, Norma, how are you? The devil's always creep in. And I promise you, they've been at work for these last 4 weeks. They've been doing their thing. And I woke up at 3:00 this morning, not feeling well, body aching. And that's okay. I'm here and I'm moving forward. And I'm going to get some rest. I'm going to quit you guys tonight. And thank you guys so much for the year. It has been a wonderful year. Thank you guys. And we will not be on. Conscious Awakening will not be on until January.
You got the date?
Here go January the 9th. Here go Didi talking. That's what I'm talking about. Talk show. Yes, speak it. Yes. So we really want to we're going to take this to a talk show. Most definitely. It's going to be one of the greatest damn talk show there is. conscious awakening. So, yeah, we're gonna continue to move forward. We're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop pushing. We're not gonna stop helping people. This is all about us coming together to win. No matter what, we must win within ourselves. This is not about money. This is not about buying a big house. This is not buying a car. It's not about that, because guess what? We can have all of those things. This is about developing a relationship with yourself, because you can lose that car, that house, all that stuff. And then what? Do you lose yourself? And I was having a conversation, and I'm going to let you guys go. I was having a conversation with someone, and she was like, well, Kim, you lost everything. I said, no, I didn't. I didn't lose me. She said, you're right. All of those things, that was things. And guess what? As long as I had my health and strength, I was willing to walk away.
So it's January what, Kim?
January 9th. We'll be back January the 9th at 7 p.m. on a Monday.
Okay,
and remember, okay, she's putting it in there. So you guys, the vision of Conscious Awakening is to help people understand their true potential through self-development. Remember, self-development, S is for spirituality, E is for evolving within your energy, L is for love, F is for fulfillment. Understanding their life purpose and the work they were meant to do, and the goals that they are meant to pursue. Our vision is to awaken the consciousness and help build a better relationship with self on a mental, physical, and spiritual level. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful evening. I appreciate you all.
Nice seeing you guys, Angel and Didi. Long time.
Bye, Cherise. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye, you guys. Please share the video. And bye-bye. See you guys.
Okay, done.